Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Danny the Manly, and we're so back at Battlefield. I've been meaning to play this game and share some more footage with you guys, but I just wanted to wait off till the hype die down. You know how, like, the beginning of games, there's like everybody's rushing in. It's like there's just a bunch of people who don't really know how to play, and they're just going for kills. They're not really playing the objective, and it's kind of frustrating. But it dies down, and people find the momentum. That's a key word in this gameplay, which I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna spoil it. But people assimilate as the game progresses, and they find a rhythm to it, which I think. And I didn't even see this guy here. I thought it was my teammate because, as you saw the green thing on top of him, I thought it was a teammate. I think I do get rest though, so I'm not really complaining. But if you are watching this today, happy Halloween! It is Friday. The ghouls are out. The witches are witching. And the ghosts are scared. I said that because I did have a dream where I hear a sound. So I have sleep paralysis, right, in this dream, and I'm laying down and I hear this noise coming from the kitchen, and I hear the door just kind of just like, and I have sleep paralysis, so I can't move. And I'm just like, what's going on? I just hear like, boom, boom, like footsteps walking to my bed. And just like, doof, doof, doof. And it gets closer and closer, and I can't move. I'm just like, and then it says some words, which I didn't really understand. And I think for some reason we started having like a telepathic communication, right? Like I don't hear it, but I feel it. Like we're having a conversation. Like it's just like we're communicating, but I'm not hearing any words. I'm not, you know. Like it's just there, and then it starts like I feel like this presence in front of me as I'm having sleep paralysis and I'm laying in bed. It gets closer to me and I just hear atheist, and then boop, it boops me my nose and I wake up from the sleep paralysis. So it was kind of a weird dream, and I know the ghosts are scared because I know I'm scared, and if I'm scared, they're scared. Because imagine being stuck with me, like that's gonna be kind of insane. Like, I just talk your ears off. Like, that's all I do. There's nothing else to do in life but to speak, eat, and drink. Like, God gave me a mouth, and I'm going to be using it. So, back to Battlefield. Back to where I really wanted to get into Halloween. Another thing is that today is a day that there's so, astronomers and NASA are kind of surprised by this object that's flying through our solar system right now. It entered our solar system horizontally from all planets. It has no like a tail from flying. There's lights flickering from it, and it's like it weighs a ton. It's traveling at a crazy amount of speed, probably like a couple. I think it was 4,000 kilometers an hour, which I'm not sure if that's super fast. But, I mean, it's fast enough to impress the astronomers. But one of the things that really stood out to me is the fact that it was covered in nickel, and they said that there was like no frozen water in it, no other irons found in asteroids. So it's the likelihood of it being an asteroid is very minimal. So I think that's pretty interesting. And then so going back to the fact that it's covered in nickel, it really impressed me. Like, if you're gonna be a species flying through outer space, wouldn't you want protection from other asteroids or rocks, space rocks, flying out in space? Just like if you see the moon, just craters, like, things happen out there. So wouldn't you want protection from that, or like, plasma radiation? And I'm not sure if that guy tried to bag me, but it looked like he did. But we're gonna walk past that. Like protection from like the plasma rays, sun rays, the UV rays, asteroids. Like, wouldn't you want a metal that completely just protects you from that? Well, I thought that was a very interesting fact, and I'm not sure if astronomers are thinking about that. Like, maybe it's armor and protecting the spaceship from other things. But another thing that makes it really special is that it's flying towards the sun and is looking for a trajectory that, if it follows the trajectory of a certain theory, I can't remember the name, then it will be considered an asteroid, just like any other rock that flies through, like a big, what's it called? Like a big mass, and it falls through the trajectory. Then obviously it's gonna be like a certain, like it's just, there's no control over it, right? Like it's just like it would just be like a rock. But if it makes a certain move where it doesn't follow that trajectory, then it'll mean that it's being controlled, right? Which means that there's going to be an intelligent life behind it, which means that there's probably intelligent life out there, which I think is very interesting, just to see that in our lifetime. But another thing that they said is like, so another thing, sorry, that it can't be a comet or it can't be an asteroid is that it displays a negative polarization curve unseen in any comet to date. Like the way it's traveling, it's not normal. So it means that, you know, if it's not like, so it's not in nature, like somebody's controlling it, like it's synthesized, and it's extremely heavy, and the reason why it's super heavy and moving so fast, it means that it was launched, in my opinion. I feel like if you have something like that like going that fast, it means it was launched or from an explosion. There's no tail. Its tail is pointed towards the sun instead of the other way. And another thing is that, so it only has 4% of water vapor, which it said that it's not in any other comet or any other thing. And then if it doesn't follow that trajectory, then that means this is not an asteroid, it's not a comet, it's something completely different from that. And I think there was like videos of it, it's like lights are shimmering from it, which could be like, you know, it's they have techno music on the inside, they're like no, but so it's very interesting news happening on Halloween. People were out celebrating, having a good time. There's aliens, there's kids are getting trick-or-treat. It's just a special time, so I just wanted to point that out. But another reason why I wanted to share that with you guys in this video is because I wanted to share something with you guys. Like I said earlier, sometimes you gotta wait for the hype to die down to kind of get the momentum, and then once you find the momentum of a certain game, you can kind of beat it in a certain, like, you know, once you find the rhythm, you can kind of freestyle on it while going through that rhythm. So like everybody else is going to be in the rhythm, and you find it, and you can do something about it and change the way it goes. I mean, that's pretty much how freestyling goes, right? It's like you find the beat, and then you go with the beat, and then you just kind of go off on a tangent and do your thing, kind of like that spaceship. If it does go around the sun, which I think is going to be today, it uses the gravitational pull and goes off in a tangent, not using enough energy to kind of not using its own resources, but using natural resources to kind of push itself where it needs to go. So yeah, I think here is where it starts. So see you guys in a minute. But okay, so back to Battlefield. A little sidetrack there, but it did take a minute. So this is basically what I wanted to show you guys in this gameplay, is that while everybody's fighting off on B, D, and in the middle of C, there's this area all over the right side here that nobody's using. I remember when I played the beta, there would be tanks in this area, but now everybody's being focused on C,
That's the main objective between B, D, and C. Those are the only ones. And like in that middle area, so there's this like giant side on the right that nobody's using, and I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's happy about being able to run faster with the knife. And here I got really scared. Like I had a teabag because I was like, I literally ran all this way. I'm not gonna die by the first person that shows up. That's one of the main things that I like to do, and I did this in Operation Metro. Is that I would flank all the way to the furthest objective in the enemy team, and then start taking it from there. Like just go back. So if they have A and B, I would take A, and then move backwards to B, towards my deployment. And here you see me doing the exact same thing. Pull out the knife, and if you do get shot at, just serpentine. I think I have to take some couple bullets here. And if you serpentine, that's like probably the best way to avoid any bullets. Like you see, I'm taking shots, but I just end up just serpentining. And there's like no way. I mean, I still get shot at. Like, you still see the suppression going, like the bullets fly past me, but they're not doing a thing. And so, I used to do this back in Operation Metro, where we would get pinned. It's one of those maps where it's like in a straight line. So like once you take one objective, it's all like Operation Metro, Operation Locker. I mean, excuse me. Like Operation Locker, where it's like in a straight line. So I think I know this map is not shaped in that way, but after a certain amount, it starts being like after a certain amount of time, people start using, because I feel like most people are used to playing in a line. Like that's just human nature, I guess. But I do try and take this objective by myself. Oh, another thing that I do is like whenever I do take an objective that's close to their thing, close to their deployment, or if they have taken the majority of the flags, then they're obviously going to notice that they're taking this objective, or the certain objective that you're taking. So once I do take it, I play it as King of the Hill. So it's like I'm gonna like just hold your ground. You know for a fact people are gonna be showing up and coming at you, so just hold your ground, find the high ground, and do what you can. And here I try to, my mobility skills came in clutch, except for that grenade there. But it's one of the things, it makes the game even more exciting. It's whenever you're playing the flag, right, and then you just turn it into like a mini game where one flag becomes, the King of the Hill. So it makes the game even fun. And as you see here, we have taken A, and we have people at A defending A, which makes their troops kind of fall back and trying to retake A, which is like closer to the deployment. So it draws away troops from the other objectives, which your team is already there. So it just really just makes it easier for your team to kind of just gain momentum off of that and take it. But as you see here, they did take C. I mean, not sure why we had C for the majority of the game, but then we ended up taking this, and then we get that momentum where we have about 4 flags for a good amount of time, which pretty much sets the game, sets it for like the rest of the game, really. And this was bullcrap. I shot the guy. Wait, I knew he was there. I saw him run behind the building. Thankfully, I did get res. I would have been pissed seeing that my teammates just walked right past me. But I did see the guy behind that building, and I did try to take some shots at him. I did pre-fire first off. I hit fire, and then here I get the sweet 3-person res. trying to stay alive, moving back and forth. And one of the things that really ticked me off about Battlefield, especially crossplay, is the amount of people that are on PC, and literally all they do is snipe at spawn. And I mean, I know there's been a lot of snipers, and especially from like Battlefield 3. Just like the amount of people that just sit back and snipe, or even in Bad Company too, like on the special maps. I forget which map it is, but it's like it's near the water, and it's around fall time. If you play Battlefield, you know what I'm talking about. But the Gold Magnum Sniper was probably one of the best ones in that map, I think, in my opinion, or just in general in that game. The M93, well, that's just my opinion. But well, I mean, that's just a really good sniper. But the Gold Magnum had the rate of fire, which is a little bit better than the M90. Okay, not going into specifics about guns, but you see here the gameplay. We ended up getting the amount of the tickets that we have are way better, outweighs their amount of tickets. So, I mean, really, the only thing they have here is D. So, I just wanted to point that out. In this, see, and this is not even fair. I just spawned, bro, and you gonna shoot rockets at me. One of the things I love about Battlefield is like no matter where you're at, just gonna be some action. But yeah, this is just like some tips for the future. If and in here, I mean, I'm not even worried about. I'm not even trying to win anymore because I already know the game's already won. Based on that, just small amount of detail, not detail, but like effort. I mean, that's the word. Is the amount of effort that it took for me to just take A, knowing that the majority of their team is not being focused on A and they're just like B and B, and they're not even worried about the giant side on the right. It's just completely uncovered. You can use that to your advantage. I mean, there's debris everywhere. There's like places for you to hide, and that was bullcrap. Also,
I need a medic.
I'm not gonna complain, but going back to this, like this map gives you a really good side of cover. Like you can it's giant, and if you do get shot at, serpentine, and if not, there's like things for you to hide behind so that you won't get shot. And as you see, I'm doing the exact same thing I've been doing, going back to this side. And as you can see, there's literally no one here. There's no snipers. I think at one point, here the announcer was like, there's a sniper in your location. And I was just like, not gonna worry about going straight to A. And as you can see, it works 60% of the time. I was gonna say all the time, but I mean, as you see the first time, there was like 2 people there. And the majority of the time when you do go there, there's just only like 1 person there. But and because they either see you going there or you kill somebody on your way there. I think like here, like just a mortar, so he'll know you're there, so he's going to spawn in that location. So just all you have to know is that there's someone coming after you once you do spawn this, or you get to this location. But pretty much from here it's just easy. And as you can tell by their tickets, we have this giant gap. We took them to Gap City, and there's just no way they're coming back unless they take all the objectives, which is highly doubt. Like you can't take F because it's like 5 feet away from deployment. And here I shouldn't have stood up. I lay down, I see this guy, and I thought he was the enemy, and then as soon as I stand up, I get taken down, which I knew I should just lay there, let my teammate take care of it, or just look at the kill feed, see what happened, because I could have sworn he killed my teammate, but it was him that died. Luckily, I do have a teammate that's already here, and we can take this objective by, together. But yeah, so that's one of the tips that you guys can use, especially in this map, is if you are being pinned down, there's a giant side over there that you can use.
Let's go.
And then once you do take A, the momentum just like rolls through of you have an objective near them. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna focus, and that's why I use the King of the Hill mentality. It's like just know that you're gonna be rushed with like a bunch of soldiers, which to me it makes it even fun. Like I'm not even thinking of them as soldiers. I feel like more like zombies. If you do play zombies, like you're an objective and you can have like all these people just coming straight after you because you've taken that.
It gives space for your troops to go ahead and take over, like I already said, to continue taking that objective that they were already on. But here, I think, yeah, somebody was here, and it was kind of like, I got kind of nervous here because they were taking it, and I was like, it's do or die. None of my teammates are spawning here. Nobody knows they're here, and it's just me, and I have to defend, right? And it's one of those like creepy, scary feelings. Is like there's somebody here, but you don't know where. Like somebody's looking at me, and then oh, here it is. Which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I have to bag that one. Get it deep in there, yeah, all the way in the throat. Because like, look, if you're laying down looking that direction and you don't see my feet walk across you, like, and you don't make an effort to try and kill me, then that's on you, buddy. Like, you have to do something. And he saw me and just didn't. And then it's just complete squad wipe, like team wipe, really. Going back, like, okay, so now, and one of the things that is one of the, like, pointers, I guess, or like one of the things that you can see as the game progresses, is that our team had, like, they struggled to get B. Like, they really, like, they would try to get to B, and it would be a constant fight. And you can go back in the beginning of this video. Like, I tried that in the beginning. It's like I died probably like 5 times trying to go to B, or yeah, this is D. Sorry, trying to get to D. It's like there was just no way for me to get it. And then once we did, I used that advantage to kind of just go to A, take A, and then go from there. And another thing, okay, so going back, I got distracted with this Battlefield gameplay. I was talking more about the UFO, which I think is really interesting. I'm really excited to see that going on, especially because I just finished 3 Body Problem again. It's a really great show, and it's about, I think this is an actual thing that actually happened. An actual thing that actually happened. It's crazy. That's a crazy sentence. But it's a factual thing. Somewhere in China, I believe, they received a message that's saying if you respond, it's gonna end badly for you or something from outer space. Like, so they were using like radio waves to try and like just send it into the universe, and whoever reads it, right? And they ended up getting a response back saying that if you respond to this, you're gonna regret it or something like that. And I have to bag their team because they lost a crazy amount. Like, it was like in the beginning it was kind of okay. Back to the aliens. I get distracted. I'm watching this gameplay. But I'm just really excited to see because that actually happened supposedly, and like the show is about like aliens coming. They're on their way to Earth, and they're just like preparing the way, really. They're communicating with us, and they're letting us know like how they feel, and then it ends up that this guy really messes up and tells them that we lie. And okay, well, I'm spoiling it really, but it's a new season coming out, so if you haven't seen it, that's on you. Sorry, buddy. So they're coming to Earth, and you know, that just kind of reminds me this 31 Atlas, not asteroid, kind of reminds me of that, because they're in a fleet, and their planet is being destroyed. Like, they destroyed it, like they abandoned it, and they're on their way to find an inhabitable planet. So you know, it's really exciting news, and I'm really looking forward to see like if they try to communicate, like if the astronomers or NASA try to communicate with them, trying to send radio waves, because at this point we probably are in range to kind of, you know, lock into them and, you know, send radio waves to them, be like, hey, you know, like, don't miss out on us, you know, we're trying to, you know, communicate and see what's going on. So I don't think it's scary, like, if they do show up. I mean, it might be scary how they look. I feel like most humanoid depiction, I guess is the word, for these aliens is completely wrong. And like, I just don't think that they will look way close to us. Like, there's just no way. They'll have 2 eyes, they'll have a nose, they probably won't even speak, and if they do, they won't have the same language as us. And it's just really interesting to see. And this is bullcrap. Look, I stabbed this guy, but whatever. And I've always been like a fan of aliens growing up. Like, I read the books. I don't know, I was into X-Files. And I'm just really excited for that. And I had to bring it up, like the way that they use nickel, like, that's a good way to. And then screw people that put 8-tan tank mines in, like, in the, I guess, in the road, whatever. But like, you know, I'm just really excited, like, like that, like, okay, if you know there's gonna be like explosions along the way, why wouldn't you use something that's super, like, a strong not iron, sorry, that's a different metal. But why not use metal to kind of protect you from what's already going on? And I thought I was clear from this, bro. Like, the tank just rolled by, I thought I was like, yeah, I get to walk by freely. But no. So I thought that was really interesting, and the way that they're using the gravitational pull to kind of exert themselves further off into the universe. I think that's pretty interesting, and hopefully we make contact. Like, hopefully, like, they use the radio waves to kind of communicate and reach out to them, or at least send a signal to be like, hey, you're not the only ones here also, which kind of like begs the question if they've already made communication, or made contact with other another species, and they're just like, hey, you're just like the other people we pass by, you know. Like, they're probably just on a school trip. There's like Mrs. Frizzle's school bus, you know, like, they're just on a spaceship and they're like, hey, you know, like, people are waving at us type. Which, I don't know, I think is interesting to see what's coming up in the next few days. Seeing that today will be the day, or I think it was yesterday, I think it's like between these days, that is going to hit the sun. And if it does make an unexpected turn, then they'll know for sure that it's not an asteroid. But if it does follow that trajectory of following the and I think there was actually some videos where it got super close to the sun and nothing happened to it, like a crazy amount of degrees, which will burn pretty much anything ever made from Earth, and it's just, you know, flying by like nothing, which I think which adds to the detail of covering your spacecraft with a metal, which, I mean, I guess, but then couldn't you use that heat to kind of, you know, transform that heat into energy? Like, if okay, and this is gonna end soon, so I should probably just hurry up and close off. So if you did watch this video, happy Halloween, Merry Alien, I don't know, yeah, it was bad place. All right, happy Halloween, aliens. If you're watching this later on in the year or later on in the whatever, happy to you, happy to see you, happy to hear you. Wait, you should, that's not the point. All right, look, bro, have a good day, enjoy the rest of your week. I will continue to be uploading videos. I'm trying to lock in. I have time, I just don't have the energy to do it. So I should probably do like those aliens and kind of use a gravitational pull to kind of use that momentum, just like I did in this gameplay. Oh, you guys have a good night.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid.